Coming off Coimbatore airport and an hour away from there is this beautiful, gorgeous setting called the Isha Yoga Center. I could never have imagined that I'd witness the Adi Yogi statue that sits tall amongst all of us. There is a great feeling of divinity and power. Incredibly excited to be here. Such a pleasure to see you. Why me? Like, how did I get to do this?
Simple realities this should have happened long time ago.
How did you feel when you saw it?
In all this action, don't miss the quality of Rama. It's time we present it in a proper sense.
Why is Rama so different from, any other hero?
Among the men, he is risen. He's a Purushottama. He is the best of the men. I don't know how Yash became Ravana, I know him very well.
Idea was that there had to be a lot of shades of Ravan in terms of why he was who he was.
You ask the next generation if they want to go to heaven, they will ask, is there Wi-Fi?
We're seeing a lot of young people of India today.
You're talking about me or…
You're forever young.
Namaskaram.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. Thank you for giving us the time to speak with you today. It's a pleasure for not just me, but my entire family to have this honor to be able to speak to you and get some guidance on, this very important journey that I've set foot on, which is to bring Ramayana to the world. And it is in that context that I wanted to learn from you, and gain from you some perspective, some insight, which I think is very, very pertinent in the world in which we live. In fact, I wanted to start with asking you about the fact that, with all that's happening in the world, my genuine feeling is that while we've been in the midst of, curating and finding a path to bringing the Ramayana to the world in the best form, I wanted to know what you feel with what you see in the world and its relevance, and where you think the world is going and how the world can learn from what we have.
You're a typical Indian who packs 10 questions into one question. Okay. About relevance of Ram, it's in various spheres. One fundamental thing we need to understand is, this is not a culture which just celebrates material success. It celebrates that a human being as a life is a success. Because if you look at Rama's life, well, at the age of 19, he is coronated. And then, whatever, due to political reasons, he's sent to the forest in exile, along with his young wife, who is not a tribal woman, she's a princess. People don't understand what it means to go live in the forest, because they have seen fanciful images of certain television shows and things where Rama, Sita having a honeymoon in the forest. That's not how life is in the forest. I've lived in the jungles. If I go there for 3 weeks, stay by myself and come back home, even my mother wouldn't recognize me. Head to toe, it's swollen, insect bites and works. That's how it is, especially for a woman, a princess, it would be totally different. So it was not a pleasure trip to the forest. The idea is to make them suffer. And there he goes and about to complete his exile period, and towards the end, I think, his wife gets kidnapped. And then he comes all the way south, Sri Lanka. You should have heard this. I was speaking in a small town in Andhra Pradesh called Nellore. One little girl, one 13, 14-year-old girl, schoolgirl, asking me, Sadhguru, they say Rama walked all the way from Ayodhya to Sri Lanka. How is it possible? Over 3,000 kilometers, how could he walk? Is it true? I said, see, you're a little girl right now. After some time you'll find a man, maybe a husband. And I'm asking you, see, he's a king, his wife got kidnapped. He could have found solutions in the neighborhood, but he pursued. His wife matters so much to him, he walked all the way down, not with an army, just with his brother, builds an army in the south, fights a battle and takes her back. I'm asking you, when you become a young woman, would you want a man who'll walk 3,000 kilometers to get you back if you will get lost? Or do you want a man, okay, she's gone and find a local solution? Of course she knows she would like a man who pursues her. Well, doesn't matter which culture, where you are, you ask any woman, what kind of man would you want? They would want Rama. Risking his own life, he walked all the way down and got her back. That's a man every woman wants, isn't it? So is he relevant? In every way he is relevant, because first of all, in this civilization, we don't write history as just a bunch of facts. If you look at the Western history, this king came, killed so many people, conquered this land, then he died, then he went on, his son came, this nonsense, that nonsense. What is the point? 7,000 years ago, a man lived or did not live. What relevance is it to me? So here we wrote history in an organic way that it has relevance today. It was written in a subjective manner, not just objective way of writing facts. Well, somehow the Western education has made us believe objectivity is more important than subjectivity. Objectivity is important when we handle material aspects of life, but when we handle human beings, subjectivity is most important. How I experience my life right now is very important, not the question of what kind of chair I'm sitting on, all right? So, this whole way of presenting our historical situations in a way it's relevant subjectively is being ridiculed and nonsensified by the world. It's time we present it in a proper sense. The simple fact is this, that he was willing to put himself, his wife and his children through all the troubles to make sure that he created a just society of the day. Even today, if you utter the word Ramarajya, it means a fair and just society, that's what it means. It's become synonymous with justice and well-being of the people. In the interest of well-being of the people, if you put your own family through lots of troubles and yourself through a lot of pain, do you want that kind of a leader? Or do you want someone who puts his family ahead of his people? Who do you want? Ask anybody, even in a democratic society, who do they want? They want that man who would risk his family's life for the well-being of the people, and that's Rama. Is he relevant? Absolutely relevant.
So that brings me to another, connective piece that, as we bring this or, communicate this to the world, India is obviously shining in many different lights. And it's an area where we believe our culture is one that we're incredibly sensitive about. Like we're very We are people that of the country that are very particular about being sensitized or hurt by the smallest of things, but we don't take enough pride and present that in the same way that other countries or cultures would do with their own, let's say, superheroes or whatever. If you think about America, they present their superheroes,
non-existent superheroes.
non-existent superheroes, as almost like they're gods. And that is where I want to say, get your perspective on, either why is it or how do we change that? Because
See, unfortunately, we have slowly curated a world where gentleness is seen as weakness. We have always been told that we don't go like this into some place, we go like this. We don't go like this. Because we thought that's gross, and it is gross. But today, everybody is like this, all right? No, we are like this because our whole civilization has grown with the fundamental that in terms of our subjectivity, being less is more, being nothing is everything. The word Shiva means that which is not, that's aspiration. Whether it's Rama, Krishna, everybody worshipping him because that is the aspiration. So, we don't want to be more than you, we will feel it's very obscene. If I sit here with you, I want to sit on a bigger chair and act like I'm bigger than you, we see that as an obscene act. So we always… So this is misunderstood as we don't have pride in who we are. We have a lot of pride in who we are. But our pride is not an obscene pride as being superior to you. Our pride is just we value things in a certain way. When I say we value, why is Rama celebrated, though his entire life is a series of tragedies? Loses his wife, loses his kingdom, loses his wife, loses his children, almost killed his children, never got to see his dear wife again. Obviously, she was very dear to him if he has to walk 3,000 kilometers to get her, all right, to fight a battle to get her. But he never got to see her again, she died in the jungle. So it's a series of tragedies, not just that, till recently he even had real estate problems in this country. Only now it seems to be settled in somehow. Even his birth is questioned by our present-day politicians. Did he exist or not? So, what is our subjective history or a subjective presentation of our history is being labeled as mythology by our so-called historians. Though there is a humongous amount of evidence to show, and above all, it's there in the living memory of the people. It didn't suddenly pop up because I read one book. It's something that's been transmitted from generation to generation as a living memory of history. But we don't value that. Just because a scholar wrote a book, that becomes true. My grandmother told me this is what I saw and it's not true. Come on, where are we coming from? Unfortunately, we have gotten lost in this nonsense. So, it is definitely time that we presented our history, which is organic and of subjective relevance to the world in that context. And it's very important the world begins to see this, that the lives of people of the past must be learnings for the people of the future. Otherwise, what is the point of the silly facts that you read in a history book?
sure. And that is something that I think over the last 400–500 years of our Indian history, because of the Mughal invasions and then the British rule, I think has continued to build that victim mindset, which I think is changing in the generation of today, which I think is a great amplification of India and what Indianness means. I think we're seeing a lot of young people of India today take a lot of pride about…
You're talking about me or… No, okay, I'm sorry.
You're forever young.
Have you ever felt like your own mind is working against you? Days that start with a fog of confusion and end in mental fatigue. Your thoughts scattered, your focus fleeting, your inner world a storm of noise. We live in an age of information, yet feel a deep lack of clarity. We chase endless stimulation, yet lose our connection to our own innate intelligence. But what if I told you there's a path? A way to unlock the full potential of your mind, to cultivate sharpness, and to find profound inner stillness without retreating from the world. Thousands around the world have walked this path, guided by the timeless science of yoga. Many started exactly where you are, feeling mentally stuck, overwhelmed, and searching for a way to expand their own capabilities. They believed their intelligence was a fixed trait, a limit they could never surpass. And yet, they discovered within themselves a capacity for growth they never imagined was possible.
Shambhavi Mudra.
Like diabetes, hypertension, asthma, eating disorders, and many of these kinds, which are all essentially generated from within. All these things can be quelled from within if only we are willing to pay a certain level of attention to the innermost dimension of who we are. Inner engineering is a powerful process of approaching the inner core of who you are in a scientific manner, and this is definitely a way to create a healthful life.
Now, that same transformative power is available to you right here, right now, through the profound wisdom shared by Sábio. The journey begins with a simple, yet revolutionary understanding. Your brain is not a static object. It is alive, dynamic, and capable of remarkable growth. Recent scientific studies are only now beginning to confirm what the yogic tradition has known for millennia. Through dedicated and precise practices, you can literally grow your brain, enhancing its function and expanding your intellectual and perceptual abilities. Imagine a daily practice, just 21 minutes of your time, being the catalyst for a monumental shift. Within just a few months, this small commitment can bring about a significant improvement in your mental clarity, your sharpness of thought, and your overall intelligence.
So something that I particularly noticed is how comfortable I am within myself. My insecurities seem to have reduced a lot. My relationship with others also had improved significantly. I think I became more inclusive than what I was before.
Up until Shambhavi in January 2021, I've just been living with pain in the body. The first result I'd like to point out about Shambhavi Kriya is that it's had a tremendous effect on my physical well-being. Somehow, some way, I don't know the science behind it, but it's keeping me free of pain. Being able to sit without noticing my body for long periods of time, that has just had tremendous impact on my mental and emotional stability.
Took inner engineering. Like I said,
This is not a mystical promise. It is a tangible, verifiable outcome of applying a powerful inner technology. The yogic sciences offer a direct method to engineer your interiority, to cultivate a mind that is not a source of turmoil, but a brilliant instrument of perception. At the heart of this transformation lies a practice of immense power and antiquity, Serja Krayat. While many are familiar with Surya Namaskar, which is a beautiful salutation to the sun, Surya Kriya operates on a much deeper, more fundamental level. It is not merely a physical exercise or a gesture of reverence. It is a potent spiritual process designed to activate the inner sun. What does this mean? Within your own system lies a reflection of the grand cosmos. The sun, the source of all life and energy on this planet, has a correspondent within you, the solar plexus or Manipura chakra. Surya Kriya is a meticulous and powerful practice that systematically awakens this inner solar energy.
Shambhavi Mahamudra, just a simple practice for 21 minutes increases brain function and neuronal regeneration. This means as you grow old, you will become more intelligent. Usually young people think you're getting stupid. Yes, your brain is actually growing, you understand? It's getting better by the day. Now there is scientific evidence. We always knew this, but today a meter has to say it. If a man says it, it's not true. If a man says it, it's doubtful, but a meter has to say it. Now the meters are saying it. The meters are saying your brain is actually growing by doing a simple 21-minute practice. And you don't believe the meter, you just do the practice for 3 months and see, you will see how clear and how smart your mind is suddenly. Surya Kriya is a powerful process of activating the sun within you. When I say activating the sun within you, sun is in every aspect of whatever you see on this planet. Fundamentally, it is a solar energy which is driving life on this planet. So when we do Surya Kriya, we want to generate that energy within the system. There is a cousin to Surya Kriya, which is a Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar is a kind of practice that evolved out of Surya Kriya. Surya Namaskar is largely a way of saluting the sun, but Surya Kriya has more spiritual intentions. Surya Kriya has more powerful connotations attached to it.
When this inner sun is ignited, it brings a profound balance to your entire system. It stabilizes your body, calms your mind, and aligns your energies, creating the perfect foundation for life to blossom within you. Unlike Surya Namaskar, which is about paying homage, Surya Kriya is about internalizing and embodying that solar power. It is a way to generate a stable, lasting source of energy and light from within, sustaining and nourishing every aspect of your being. This awakening of inner energy is the key to unlocking your true potential. When your system is balanced and energized, your mind naturally becomes clear and incisive. The fog lifts, the mental chatter subsides, and you are left with a profound sense of presence and capability. This is the state where intelligence is not just about processing information, but about profound perception and insight. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, Sadhguru reminds us of a fundamental truth that underpins this entire journey. The grace of yoga is always present.
The grace of yoga is always upon you. Just keep yourself open. Keeping yourself open means keep your normal concerns aside. Who is thinking what about you, what is happening, what is not happening for you, just leave that aside. You're breathing, you're alive, this is the greatest thing. Become available to the grace of yoga. This will become a fantastic thing.
It's not far away, it's within you.
It is a boundless, ever-available force, like the very air we breathe. It is not something we must earn or strive for in a desperate chase. Our only task is to make ourselves available to it, to become open and receptive. This requires a conscious decision to set aside the burdens we carry, our worries about what others think, our anxieties about the world around us, the endless loops of our own thoughts. It means cultivating a state of simple, willing openness. The Academy is an online platform designed to guide you on a journey of balance and self-transformation. Inside, you'll find exclusive video lessons and teachings inspired by Sadhguru, one of the world's most respected masters of yoga, meditation, and conscious living. You'll discover how to quiet the mind and awaken your inner energy, how to nourish your body with awareness and vitality, and how to bring spirituality into your daily life, even amidst the noise of the city. These teachings have already transformed millions of lives across the planet. Entrepreneurs, artists, parents, professionals, ordinary people who rediscovered the joy of simply being. Because yoga is not just exercise, it's a science of inner alignment. When practiced consciously, it reorganizes your body, mind, and energy. For less than $20 per month, you'll have unlimited access to all content inside the online Yoga Academy. You'll receive yoga practices for beginners and intermediates, guided meditations to calm the mind, teachings about healthy eating and conscious living. New exclusive lessons added every month. You can watch anytime, anywhere, at your own rhythm, in your own space. No rush, no pressure, only presence. Maybe this is the sign you've been waiting for, a gentle reminder that it's time to take care of yourself, to turn inward, to reconnect with the essence of who you truly are. Click the link in the description of this video or visit our channel's homepage and join the online Yoga Academy Wise Guru today. We're available only 100 vacancies, and the first 10 people to sign up will win 3 ebooks from Sadhguru. So register now by clicking on the link that is in the description of this video.